Since early 2000, China has sought to internationalize the use of renminbi or RMB to promote trade, investment, and tourism globally. Today, with China becoming one of the biggest economies in the world, RMB has now become one of the world's most widely traded currencies. It is now the fifth most used payment currency and is the second most used trade finance currency. In 2016, the RMB became the first emerging market currency to be included in the IMF Special Drawing Rights basket alongside the US dollar, euro, Japanese yen, and British pound. In the Philippines, growth and interest in the use of RMB has increased considerably.
Back in the mid-2000s, we noticed an influx of tourists from China coming to Manila. But since there was no channel for exchanging RMB to pesos at that time, this served to limit the flexibility for Chinese tourists to spend their tourist money here. So we thought of providing a way by which RMB could be converted directly into Philippine peso rather than having to go through the US dollar. By approving the convertibility of the RMB into Philippine peso, which was given by the Monetary Board in November 2006. The Monetary Board at that time decided to allow the convertibility of RMB into pesos in the Philippines.
In 2009, Bank of China was designated by the People's Bank of China to be the RMB banknotes clearing bank in the Philippines with the endorsement of BSP, which allowed local banks to start their RMB banknotes business. In 2013, the PDS Bank of China plan for the development of the domestic RMB services in the country was conceptualized.
It has been always my vision, and it has been a dream, that after the dollar markets have been established in the community, that all major currencies will follow. The renminbi market became more achievable with the BOC catching the drift of what I have pitched to be able to move into that environment. So we have submitted to the central bank together with the BOC a game plan of which were composed of three major activities.
In September 2013, the BSP gave its no objection letter to set up the RMB transfer system.
The RMB business was growing fast organically in the Philippines. We saw that the business in the RMB would continue to grow. So we thought that there would be a need to provide the necessary infrastructure to further encourage the growth in this business. So the Monetary Board decided on a no objection decision, and as far as the proposal of Bank of China was concerned, and we were glad to see that Bank of China was taking the lead in this regard.
In 2014, the PDS RMB transfer system was launched to facilitate the sending and receiving of RMB payments and transfers in real time within the Philippines and to and from global payment systems. This was stage 1, or the establishment of the RTS clearing platform. With the participation of local member banks, the historic first transfers of RMB payments was executed via the PDS RMB transfer system in 2014, heralding another milestone for the RMB business in the country. Stage 2 is a development of domestic RMB markets and an RMB community of users. As the Philippine market deepens in the use of RMB for payments, this stage is characterized by increased RMB deposit activity of member banks and their clients and growing demand for foreign exchange services to achieve direct and more efficient renminbi or Philippine peso conversions. To provide a more well-rounded and deeper perspective on the use and benefits of RMB, the RMB Opportunities in the Philippines Forum was organized by Bank of China in 2014. where RMB experts shared valuable insights on why RMB can bring a lot of opportunities in trade, financing, and investment. Early this year, the Philippine government successfully issued 1.46 billion yuan worth of Panda bonds with Bank of China as the lead underwriter. There are a lot of benefits when RMB is used in settling cross-border deals. For one, trade parties will not have to bridge transactions using the US dollar. Another is that trading in RMB will allow companies to hedge since revenues and costs will be in RMB, thus reducing the cost of trading. These are just some of the reasons why the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has supported the establishment of an RMB community in the country. In April this year, representatives from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, local banks, and Bank of China had its first meeting to discuss the RMB community and RMB market in the Philippines, as envisioned in Stage 2 of the development plan. Last October, 14 of the country's biggest local banks, including Bank of China, have signed an MOA to officially create the Philippine RMB trading community. The creation of the domestic trading platform between the Chinese renminbi and the Philippine peso is fully supported by the BSP, the Department of Finance, and the financial and banking industry. It is envisioned that through the RMB community, a shared advocacy of promoting a fair, transparent, and resilient domestic RMB market in the Philippines will translate to a transparent and competitive foreign exchange rate with RMB as well as increased savings.